Hi guys, I welcome all of you to yet another session of 12 minutes to CLAT. Today we are going to discuss about a scam that was unveiled a few years back in Jammu and Kashmir, and there have been very important decisions that have been taken very recently, so it becomes very important for us to understand as to what this scam is all about and why did it not come to light for such a long period of time. Okay, so we're going to discuss about the Roshni Act, which was passed in the state of Jammu and Kashmir in 2001. To give you guys a brief background, Jammu and Kashmir we know was one state which was closed to all the other Indians, right? We could not buy property there and we could not do much with respect to the affairs of Jammu and Kashmir. And there have been certain sessions where we have discussed as to how Jammu and Kashmir had a different constitution and what was the status of Jammu and Kashmir vis-a-vis the Indian constitution and various other Indian states, right? So that is something that we have discussed and you already understand these things. So Jammu Kashmir had a lot of land, but the population was scarce. Okay, so it did not have a lot of population at that time. So some influential people, what they did was there was some potential land. Obviously, when you're influential, when you are a bureaucrat or you are a politician or something, you obviously know that which particular land has potential to do well or which good project is going to come in this particular land. So they bought those lands, okay, at throwaway prices. And sometimes they did not even buy those land, they just made their land those. हम कहते हैं ना कि किसी के लैंड पे कब्जा कर लेना या फिर कोई एक गवर्नमेंट का लैंड है उस पे ही कब्जा कर लेना. So they did things like these for a long period of time. Okay, in 1990s, in 1980s, 70s, ये बहुत कुछ हो रहा था in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now what happened was, obviously people got to know about this, so there was a lot of resentment about this. Okay, people started saying that this is not done, this is wrong, and government has been helping these people. So now what the government did was, in 2001, the then Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah of the JNK National Conference, that was his political party, he passed an act called Jammu and Kashmir State Land Vesting of Ownership to the Occupants Act 2001. Now this act was popularly called as Roshni Act, and we'll discuss as to why was it called Roshni Act and so on. Okay, so let's first understand as to what did this act say. So this act said that anybody who has acquired this land from somebody at throwaway prices or illegally acquired that land by some other sources can come to the government, file an application in a prescribed format, submit some sort of an application fees. Okay, so there's going to be an application fees on the basis of the land that you have acquired. Submit that fees, which is very minimal, and you can own that land. Okay, so the land that you've acquired illegally, that will become your land and legally you will be entitled to that land. Okay, so this was the act that was passed in 2001 in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, problem was that people started feeling that the government is trying to help its own people, because obviously people knew that there are certain bureaucrats, politicians and other influential people who own majority of this land under illegal encroachment that they've done and whatever. However, they've acquired that land legally. They are certain influential people who are actually the owners of that land at this point in time. Now obviously अब government को कुछ करना था so that वो resentment कम हो सके. So what the government did was, they said that out of the proceeds or out of the revenue that we generate from this particular act, and the estimate that was given was 25,000 crore rupees. So the government said that we will generate a revenue of 25,000 crore rupees out of the money that we receive in this particular act, and we will use that money for the purpose of electricity infrastructure enhancement. Okay, तो यहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट ने कहा कि वॉट एवर प्रॉब्लम्स वी हैव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, फ्रीक्वेंट पावर कट्स एंड सो ऑन, that can be done away with. Okay, and obviously we'll improve our infrastructure with respect to electricity. Okay, so we know what Roshni means. Roshni means light. So that is why this act was popularly known among masses as the Roshni Act, because obviously this was to improve the electricity potential in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. That is how the government sold it and people actually bought it at that time. Now another major issue with this act was it had a cutoff date, which was 1990. Okay, act came in 2001, but the cutoff date was 1990. इसका ही मतलब था that whoever has acquired that land illegally before 1990, ठीक है, or up to 1990 can only get their land regularized under this particular act. Now obviously these were certain influential people who owned land. They started resenting. They said that this is not done. We acquired land in 93, 94, 95, after 1990 basically, and we should also be given a right to regularize our land under this particular act. इस बीच in 2002 there was a change in government in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so now a government was made with a coalition of PDP, People's Democratic Party, and the Indian National Congress. So obviously the state of Jammu and Kashmir has a government for a period of 6 years. So जो ये particular government 2002 में आई थी, they had an arrangement that 3 years PDP's representative is going to be the chief minister, and for the next 3 years the Indian National Congress का भी जो भी representative होगा, that person is going to be the chief minister. Now in 2004, the chief minister which belonged to PDP, Mufti Mohammad Saeed, he brought another amendment in 2004 and changed the cutoff from 1990 to 2004. ठीक है, so basically जो भी अब इन 14 साल में भी जिन लोगों ने land acquire किया था illegally, they started falling within the purview or within the ambit of this particular act. Now what people started feeling was that this is the government's people who are going to keep doing this. Okay, there are certain influential people who got an idea that they're going to keep extending this because इससे जो भी government, जो भी नई government आएगी उनको फायदा होने वाला है because they're going to help their people. So people started illegally owning and encroaching upon more land. Obviously because उनको पता था कि ये जो land है ये भी एक point के बाद में regularize हो ही जाएगा. And the same thing happened. So after Mufti Mohammad Saeed in 2005, Ghulam Nabi Azad became the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir because he was from Indian National Congress, और कांग्रेस का भी जो 3 साल बाद चीफ मिनिस्टर बनना था that was Ghulam Nabi Azad. Ghulam Nabi Azad's party also in 2007 extended the 2004 amendment to 2007. Okay, so अब जो कट ऑफ 1990 से 2004 आई थी वो अब 2007 हो गई थी. So this was a clear corruption that was going on in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and जो भी पार्टी आई उसने ऐसा किया वहां पे, and this kept extending the dates, और जो भी लैंड थे वहां पे वो रेगुलराइज होते चले गए. Now this was a party that was going on between these particular parties और इनके जो members थे, but there was an uninvited guest to this party that tried to spoil the party in 2013. What happened in 2013 was there was a CAG report which said that out of the land that has been regularized so far, and the estimate of the government we know was 25,000 crore rupees, only 76 crore rupees has come to the government so far. Okay, only this much revenue has been generated, which is not even 1% of what was predicted or what was actually apprehended by the government at that point in time in 2001 when this act was passed. Okay, and you won't believe that in the Jammu area itself more than 71,000 acres of land was regularized. In the Kashmir area, 4,174 acres of land was regularized. Okay, so more than 75,000 acres of land was regularized in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And this was a huge issue that was created at that time in 2013. In fact, 2 years before 2013, in 2011, a lawyer in this particular region filed a petition in the Jammu and Kashmir High Court stating that this act is invalid and unconstitutional and should be written off. Now, obviously, after the BJP government came at the center in 2014, Kashmir became their major focus. Obviously, Kashmir was one of their major focus, and we know what they did in 2019. They actually abolished all the privileges or the some exceptions that were given to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and it is not a state now; it is a union territory which is managed by the central government. Now what happened in 2018 was the state of Jammu and Kashmir was under governor's rule. Okay, so there was no party that was ruling at that time; it was under governor's rule. Now in 2018, the governor at that time was Satyapal Malik. What he did was, he said that all the land that has been regularized so far under the particular act, the Roshni Act that was passed in 2001, will be regularized. Okay, that is legal, whatever done is fine, but no fresh applications will be taken. Okay, and this act is done away with. Okay, ये act अब नहीं माना जाएगा, और जो अभी तक हो गया that is fine. Now obviously, as recently as in October 2020 when the matter went to the Jammu and Kashmir High Court, they finally came up with their judgment, and the judgment was delivered by a bench of 2 judges which was headed by Justice Geeta Mittal, who is the Chief Justice of the Jammu and Kashmir High Court. She said that nothing doing, there is no point of regularizing a single acre of land under this particular act, and held that this act was unconstitutional and invalid, and whatever land has been regularized under this particular act should be taken back by the government. So this is being done by the government now. In fact, 2.5 lakh acres of land has been made government land by the central government in this particular area, and a committee is also set up to basically recover all that land that was illegally given to people and was regularized later. So that's it about the session from my side. I hope you understood as to how this scam was taken over for a lot of years and nobody could do much about it. It was unchecked, and it is going to be unchecked because the people who are actually responsible to take those measures to check such a scam is going on in the country were actually a part of the scam. Okay, so the central government now is actually started to release the names of people who were actually owning that land illegally, and there are a lot of bureaucrats, politicians as already anticipated, and this is going to get even worse in future because obviously there are going to be certain names that are going to come up now. So let's see how it happens. Let's hope that most of the land is recovered, and that's it about the session from my side. If you like our sessions, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any updates from us. Keep liking us and keep following us. Thank you.